Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the Nomad TCG. I know it's been a while, but today I got another deck profile for you guys. Today's profile is going to be on the Destined One of Protection, Alden, for Post-Omniscient Awakening. I would say Generation Dread Genesis, but there wasn't any support for Alden as far as I know released in this last set. Anyways, so the Destined One of Protection, obviously, is the Destined One from the Keter Sanctuary Nation in Cardfight Vanguard. We got six Destined Ones for each nation. And then we also, obviously, we got the Destined King for Levitros, which I will be doing in a later deck profile. This one is for Alden. Alden is actually a pretty good deck, which is also a very budget-friendly deck as well. So I decided to build this one because I wanted to build my own Keter Sanctuary deck that wasn't Bastion, because, you know, Bastion's fun, but it's not really good in Standard. However, Alden is pretty good in the Standard from what I have seen. So let's go ahead and get started in this profile. So obviously for the ride line, we are sticking with the Alden ride line that was introduced to us in Destined Showdown with Odmus, Tranquilia, Sodios, and Alden. This deck is very much about superior calling rear guards from the deck or your hand, and keeping those cards in your hand for, you know, further guarding or superior calling to rear guard positions. Obviously, you also have an energy generator in this deck as well, but I am out of energy generators right now, so I don't have one. For the grade 3s in the main deck, obviously we are running 3 more copies of Alden because we want those Persona rides. So let's go over the effects real quick. Its continuous effect is when a card would be called by a unit's ability to a rearguard circle with a unit. Return the unit that is on that rearguard to your hand instead of putting it into the drop. So definitely a lot of hand recycling. You can keep cards in your hand, use them for perfect guards, or use them to superior call later on using Alden's skill. Then its auto effect: when this unit attacks, counterblast 1 and draw a card, and then choose up to 1 card from your hand, call it to rearguard, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, it cannot be retired by your opponent's card effects, and it gets 10,000 power. So very fun. And then its divine skill: Soul Blast 1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 cards from among them, call them to rearguard circles, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, they cannot be retired by your opponent's card effects, and shuffle the deck. So once again, keeping those cards on the field. For the next of the grade 3s, we are running 4 copies of Heavenly Blade of Liaison, Raziel. When this unit is placed on rearguard, Energy Blast 4 and draw a card. Draw power, always useful. And then its effect is when your other unit is placed on rearguard, this unit is on by the ability of your Grand 3 Vanguard with Alden and its card name. That placed unit gets 10,000 power until the end of the turn. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your rear guards and stand it. So using Alden's attack or effect when it attacks, superior call, say another Raziel. You have Raziel right here, and then you superior call Link of Spear Dragon, and then you have like a grade 1 or something right here. Stand that unit, and you get an extra attack or with a boost. So very useful. For the last of the grade 3s, we are running 3 copies of a Heaven Rising Dragon, Link of Spear Dragon. When your other unit is placed on the rear guard, this unit is on. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Alden and its card name, choose one of your other units, and it gets 10,000 power until the end of turn. So extra pressure for those rear guard attacks, really making your opponent use up their hand. And then for the grade 2s, we are running 4 copies of Knight of Heavenly Impetus, Depressier. When this unit is placed on rearguard by the ability of your Vanguard with Alden and its card name, choose one of your other units, and it gets 5,000 power until the end of turn. If this unit was placed on rearguard with a unit, the chosen unit gets 10,000 power instead of 5. Once again, more pressure. And then its Guardian effect: if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Alden and its name, this unit gets 5,000 shield. So a good attack and defense booster, which was, this set was actually, or this card was released in set 5 for Omniscient Awakening. So before, Alden was good in the standard, but then adding that card to it was also kind of awesome. And for the last of the grade 2s, we are running 4 copies of Knight of Skyflow's Galement. Gotta have this card in your deck. This is kind of a must if you play Alden. When this unit intercepts, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Alden in its card name, this unit gets 20,000 shield until the end of that battle. I cannot tell you how many pinches this has gotten me out of. That 25k shield is actually crazy, and if you have 2 of these on a rear guard circle from either Alden or Raziel's skill, you know, definitely you have a 50,000 point shield plus whatever you have in your hand. So if your opponent is, I don't know, something that gives a lot of power to the front row, very useful. Moving on to the grade 1s, we are running Heavenly, what is it? Defense Dragon. Yeah, Defense Dragon, Wedge Fluence Dragon. During the battle that this unit boosted, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Alden in its card name, this unit gets 5,000 power. So just another 5k, extra 5k booster, 13k boost for, well, actually, you know, let's say you have Depressier on the field, and then you Superior Call, link a Spear Dragon from your hand or drop zone or whatever. You know, surprise that, or, you know, call Superior Call that, boom, got Wedge Fluence, boom, 13k shield. Could also be another 10k, 33k power if you use Link a Spear Dragon's skill as well. And then for the last of the grade 1s, we are running 4 copies of Wafting Owl. I have noticed that every Destined one, every Fated one deck has a card like this with the extra 5k and the extra 5k attack and shield. So this was actually featured in the anime. If you have 2 Galements on the field, you can intercept with these and then also use that Wafting Owl for a surprisingly 50k shield. Plus, you know, or I guess if you have more than one, 60, 70, whatever you got. For the Perfect Guards, we are running 4 copies of Ring of Protection Sethlin. You can run an Elementaria just in case you're running or playing against, like, you know, Raziel, or your opponent has a G deck or something, and then you get that extra defense against triple drive without paying the cost. For the order cards, we're only running 4 orders, and we are running Determined with the Blade of Protection. Play this if you have a Vanguard with Alden in its card name and Divine Skill. Choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets, when this unit attacks, Counterblast 1, choose up to 1 card from your hand, call it to rear guard until the end of turn. So, if you don't have Raziel or something, and then you Superior Call, you know, Depressier, you can use that, and then stand, say, a Wafting Owl, or Superior Call a Wafting Owl from your hand to a rear guard circle, get that extra boost which you so desperately need against your opponent. So yeah, running 4 of those. And then for the triggers, we are running a Martinella in the as the over trigger. Over triggers are kind of a personal preference, as I've said before, so run whichever one you want. I'm just choosing a Martinella just because it is the Keter Sanctuary, you know, nation over trigger, and then also the additional drive checks for your grade 3, you know. So. And then for the rest of the triggers, we are running 4. Jesus Christ! I hit my camera. We are running 4 Blade Feather crits. We are running 4 Ample Bomber Angel, which are vanillas. We are running 4 Niger Pressing Sinnoh for the front trigger, and then 4 Palpitation Angels for the heel trigger. Just kind of trying to stick with the Keter theme. I like them kind of all to be either Royal Paladin or Angel Feather-esque, because that's kind of the vibe of Alden anyway. Obviously, Alden, I think, would be like a Gold Paladin, and then Sodios would be, you know, Angel Feather and Tranquilia would be, I think Royal Paladin would be my guess. But yeah, so I'm actually surprised at how well this deck performs in Standard, even in like kind of the, you know, the days of Levi-Dros, Razael, and Varga. But this deck is a lot of fun. Alden is definitely a new favorite archetype of mine, and Keter Sanctuary has bumped up a spot in my list of nations. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. I have a few more deck profiles that I'm about to film. I don't know which ones yet, but I will probably be staggering these uploads just to kind of, you know, build some time before I start doing more content. I do plan on buying more cards, building more decks, and having a lot of fun with you guys. I also plan on doing some deck profiles for older premium decks. Obviously, one of them is going to be Minerva, because I love Genesis, I love Minerva, but I'm definitely going to be building some old decks just to kind of have some fun with them as well. So thank you guys very much for watching this video, and y'all have a great day.